too. I'm also working a lot on this year's creating better relationships with the girls on the team and our coaches. I just feel like that's something that's super important for me this year and something that I've been working on in my leadership style. And so that's kind of what I bring to the plate as a leader. Team goals are really the main thing I came back for my 5th year. I've probably done way more than I ever dreamed of as an individual, and now I'm really just kind of in the hunt for that team national championship, another team Pac-12 championship, and everything kind of like that. But it's this hard balance because gymnastics is so individualized, so you don't necessarily get like team success without individual success. So it's kind of a byproduct of everything that's involved. So, but I'm really geared more towards the team success this year. I mean, I've really done everything that I can as an individual. So.
Miley O'Keefe has been spectacular in Salt Lake City. Defending NCAA beam and all-around champion, back-to-back Pac-12 Specialist of the Year, 72 wins in her career, 4-time NCAA champion, 14 perfect tens. She's also been a 4-time conference champion, 11-time All-American. She's fabulous. I've said it many times on the air. I would pay to watch Miley O'Keefe on the balance beam because one thing that's consistent among all of us is you want to see the best on a particular skill.
Yep.
She's the best beamer of all time.
The best of the best, for sure. And I love when she was talking about her leadership because she's really wrapped her arms around the younger class and made them feel just as important. She's very team-oriented, and after speaking with Carly, she mentioned that Miley helped create an open environment, and the team has flourished because of this.
Miley O'Keefe is part of the super seniors here at Utah. Miley O'Keefe, Abby Paulson, Jaden Rucker, who've combined for 106 wins in their careers. So they've left their mark. Utah is trying to get to 198. That's the big score at this time of year that everybody's trying to reach. Oklahoma's done it a couple of times, and Florida got one tonight, a 198-150, as each team, Wong for Florida and Finnegan for LSU, both went perfect on the floor. And LSU just off of the 197-950. LSU sitting in the 2 spot right now in the national rankings, behind Oklahoma, who's won, 3 of the last 5 national championships. Oklahoma's the gold standard. Everybody's trying to beat the Sooners. They have 10 national championships here in Salt Lake City, but they haven't had one for a while. The Red Rocks finished 3rd at the last 2 NCAA finals, and they've been close. They have the nucleus again with those super seniors I just talked about. Stanford goes to the beam. It's their best event. 20th in the country, averaging a 49-1. I did some math for Stanford as well. To get their best score of the year, they need a 49-6. But to get to 196, they just need a 48-7-2-5. So they're going to land somewhere in the middle of those two. Ashley Carter will lead off. Ashley Carter, a beam specialist, coming off a career-high 9.8 at Oregon State with a little Tom Petty in the background.
That mount is incredibly difficult just to jump into a split onto the beam. That gives you 4 inches. Not a lot of room for error. Triple series.
Good cover. Snap the arms down for balance.
She's a beamer. She really attacks each skill. She's not hesitant at all. Very locked in. You can see it in her face. Dismount. Round up 1.5. Slight hop forward. A very, very good start for Stanford.
Carter, a sophomore from Rancho Cucamonga. Southern California product. Let's look back at the mount.
You have to be very precise for that.
All right, we go to the floor. Yeah, the beam is the dramatic event here in the Huntsman Center, and this is the fun.
This is her time. This is her Taylor Swift routine. And they really had to sprinkle in some texture to the instrumental Taylor Swift music.
Big first pass coming.
Punch front through to 2.5. Stunning. Really locked in on all those landings, making sure the judges see her control.
So Maya Hambrick, the floor coach here at Utah in the background, dancing right with her.
Beautiful last pass, and you saw how she rose even higher on that layout after her 1.5. Gorgeous.
It's a good start. Red Rocks only had one score this year, was under 197. It's been wiped off the books. It was early in the year, and they just missed 197. Now, each week, they're just taking steps.
Right.
It's almost like they're following a trail that Carly Dockendorf has started, and the breadcrumbs lead to the Pac-12 championships.
Just honing in on those little details.
It's going to be awesome this year because you got Cal at number 3, you got Utah at 4, UCLA still top 10. It's going to be a shootout.
Yeah.
Oregon State's still there with Jade Carey, Gymnast of the Year.
Yeah. Very difficult series. She does a standing layout step out. 2 in a row. Very difficult. Has really been honing in on those details, really hitting her stride. Great cover on that full turn. She overspun it just a little bit. She's worked really, really hard on being stepping into her role, embracing being a consistent competitor, and Stanford needs it. Double full dismount. A lot of power, had to take that hop back.
Been fighting herself a little bit on beam, so she needs to get up there and get some clean routines behind her, build that confidence again. She's only gone over 9.8 a couple of times.
Yep.
She's right there, you can see it. It's just some balance checks, a couple of bobbles. The big skills are there.
Yes, it's just honing in on those details.
Paulson 9.925.
Next up on floor for Utah,
Service is having a nice night, 9.925 on both vault and bars. She was not in the beam lineup. 2 spot here on the floor.
Front tumbling pass to start. And this is a gymnast who has beautiful extension in her legs, and I love that you can see it on the floor exercise. 1.5 to front full, very difficult. Usually see them just do it into a front leg. She adds an extra twist in there. Look at that toe point.
Red Rocks are ranked in the top 10 on all 4 events. Vault 9th, bars 9th, beam 2nd, floor 5th. They are close to national championship level on all 4 events. Now put a smile on the face of the head coach. Dockendorf was an awesome gymnast, but a great athlete, also a pole vaulter.
Pole vaulter.
She even coached soccer at the collegiate level. She was a pole vaulter, set the Canadian national record, and came into it late, almost on a whim.
That's incredible.
Yeah, amazing. Gymnasts are comfortable going upside down. That's what pole vault is, and strong.
Santa's gonna start up with a flip lay. Right on. This athlete has amazing work ethic. And the coaches say that she's so much fun to work with. Beautiful split leaps. Really hitting that 180, which is what the judges are looking for.
At the club level, she finished 2nd at the state finals in Nevada in the all-around.
She was dealing with some nagging injuries in the beginning, so it was hard for her to not hit the ground running, getting on the competition floor, so she had to work diligently to come back, being smart with her progressions and keeping herself healthy. Just the dismount, round off 1.5.
And you mentioned the injury.
That stick.
There's no time to get healthy because you have Pac-12s in a month.
And you're competing every weekend.
And that just signals the beginning of the 2nd season where you go to regionals.
Yep.
Regionals are 2 days, and then you go to the NCAAs.
Yeah, and regionals is really the first round of nationals when
Yes,
you really think about it, yeah.
995 for service. Excellent work. Look at the start for Utah. Jaylene Gilstrap now.
Really take a look at her performance quality and flexibility in this routine.
All 7 of her floors at least 985. She has 3 straight 99s or better.
She brought her Bohemian Rhapsody routine back. Huge front pass. That second flip really lifted. She almost reminds me of a ballerina with those leaps, just so graceful and elegant. Similar to her first pass, second flip lifting above the first. Look at that ending.
That was beautiful.
Stunning, exquisite work, very elegant.
I can't watch it without singing Bohemian Rhapsody.
I know, I saw you moving in your chair.
Yeah. Dating myself, but yeah, classic tune. Great stuff.
Anyone?
Career high for Sienna Robinson. She's just getting started. Another song you'll know all the words. Brennan Alt on beam.
just triple series, again, right on the money. And Brenna is just someone that really embraces life to the fullest. She absolutely loves the sport, and Tabitha told me a story that there was someone that came up to her and remembers Brenna as a 10-year-old at national team camp with a cast on her arm.
Wow.
And she just had a smile on her face the entire time with a cast on her arm. That's a very positive outlook on life.
Southern California state champion on the beam, club level. Always been a reliable scorer on beam.
Dismount, another round up 1.5. Slightest hop forward.
Riding a streak of 4 straight 985s or better on beams. Could be right there again.
Yep.
But what a luxury for a coach to know that you can write that name in and pretty much expect a 985 plus.
Yes, it's like you know exactly what you're going to get from her every time.
3 straight 9.9s or better for the Red Rocks. Jaden Rucker. Her talent is unquestioned. An NCAA champion on vault. But she had a little dip in the middle of the season where she had a couple of falls on vault, one on floor.
Yeah.
Trying to get it all back now.
Right.
I'm saying I'm rooting for her.
Yes, absolutely.
She's just too good.
The coaches say she's been working really hard in the gym to get her mojo back.
Open with an Arabian.
Full in. Much better this time. Still a little short, but in the right direction for sure.
Watch this crowd go with her now.
Beautiful switch happened with Shushanova. Just love her energy throughout this whole routine. Keeps a smile on her face. Beautiful last pass, dancing right out of it. So good. Seems like she feels like herself again.
Yeah, and that's good for her. They're going to need her down the stretch. She deserves it. She has helped build this franchise. So you got 15,000 and her former teammate, Crystalisa, who's doing ESPN radio tonight with Mike Lagerschulte, and she's filling in for Kendall Pond, who normally does the radio. How do you do gymnastics on the radio?
That's a great question.
But I will tell you, in this town, the Red Rocks are celebrities, and people want to know what's happening. But to describe it on radio, how do you describe Miley O'Keefe on beam on the radio? Well, they do it.
Perfection.
It gets great ratings, and people in this town love it. That's how big the Red Rocks are in Salt Lake City.
Gorgeous mount to start off. See a wolf turn from her. Very solid, and I just love the artistry she uses to start off the routine.
Davis, and she posted that 9.9 on bars in the opening rotation.
She's a little off center on that leap, but she covered it up to the best of her ability. Beautiful dismount. I also love her.
Very deliberate, very clean.
Yes, very clean. Exquisite form. Her toe point is exceptional.
Stanford getting all excited about their beam rotation. Again, this is their best team event. How about that mount?
She does a press to her handstand and really just holds it for people to just bask in it.
So that was strength, power, and grace, and she had a little help. Is that Pooh?
Pooh Bear?
Yeah. You have to ask her about that. Try to sneak that one by us. Tim Lay and our crew back in San Francisco all over it. Rucker goes 9.85, the only sub 9.9, still a really good score. Now you got McCallum and O'Keefe to finish off the evening. McCallum, 19th in the country on floor. All 7 have been 9.875 or better.
I loved watching her let her personality out more and more each year. Huge tumbling pass to start off, full in.
Perfect.
Lands right up and down, chest is up and everything.
That gets me every time.
The back dive?
Yep.
Yep. Her signature move. Also love that Jaden was dancing with her.
Crowd trying to bring her home.
Lay out into a Rudy. Again, right on. Exceptional tumbling. Exceptional finish.
And a crowd of more than 15,000 rises as one.
I absolutely love how big gymnastics here is in Salt Lake City.
I tell everybody I know, you have to come to a Red Rocks meet at Huntsman. Half the time you're watching the crowd, and then you have unbelievable gymnastics, but they cheer the visitors as well. When they see a great performance, they respond to it.
Right.
I mean, you competed here. What was it like coming in here? Did you
very
look forward to
electric.
it, or did you hesitate?
Well,
Was there
as a
apprehension?
Bruin, because it's our rival, there was that rivalry
They
energy.
love to hate you here. That's what it is.
But they give it to her.
She got it!
Yes, finally.
Grace McCallum is perfect.
That was so good. It was an amazing routine.
First of her career on floor. And how would you like to be Chloe Whitner now?
Perfect way to stay in the bubble.
It's just a cacophony of noise. And showing respect for the opponent, the crowd quickly calms down and sits down. Beam's hard enough.
You're right, it calmed down immediately. That's great. I love watching Chloe on this event because she's very bold and confident in her movements and her skills. Just like that series, right on in line with the balance beam. This is her 5th year and dealing with an ankle injury. She's only been on bars until actually, so that's why we were able to see her on floor and on balance beam. She's very seasoned, very aggressive, never really holding back in anything that she does. Maxes out her routines. And that just really speaks to her experience being on this team. Back handspring gainer, full dismount. Got those heels together.
Stanford's well above 196. They're at 196.350 plus this score. They have a string of 3 straight meets at 196.6 or better. Closing in on the 197. So look at this. We didn't think Utah had a legitimate chance at getting the 198. They're at 198. 198. The 49.625 is a season best on the floor. Utah posts the 198. And look who's going to finish the evening.
My goodness. And
Miley O'Keefe on floor.
And it's the score you said that they needed. They're like right on the money, the score that they needed.
3 wins this year. 5 times she's gone 9-9 or better. Enjoy it.
Huge double pike. I love how it goes right up and down. Perfect technique. I love this leap, a switch leap into a switch half ring. That face expression almost had me. Final tumbling pass. Close it out. I don't know if you saw, but before she does the back tuck to her stomach, she's very expressive and she made like a painful face and I thought, oh no, is she hurt? And then she just started dancing again and it really...
Just part of the character?
It works. Had me concerned for a second. That was so good.
The top floor score by any team this year, LSU went 49.775. Utah started that routine with a 49.625 and a 9.85 to drop. So I think she would have to be perfect to tie that score, but it's going to be one of the top 3 scores.
I know.
A 9.95 is already in by one of the judges, and a 9.9. So 9.925, yeah, averages out.
Immediate boo from the crowd.
Wow. Way to ruin the party. By the way, Stanford just went 196.625 as Whitner got a 9.975 on beam. One of the judges gave her a 10. Great night for Stanford. Another 196.6. That's 4 in a row. And Utah hits 198 for the first time this year. We'll come back and close it out. 5 for Utah. They popped the 198 right on schedule, a month out from the Pac-12s, and it was all highlighted by a perfect 10 on the floor by the great Grace McCallum. Grace, I know you've had perfect 10s before on bars, but you never had one on floor. How did it feel?
It felt so amazing to finally get a 10 on floor. I've been working so hard this preseason, and so to see everything come together, it just meant so much to me.
Grace, but from the beam, when they gave you a 9.975, they gave Miley a 9.975, they gave Abby a 9.975. I didn't think they had a perfect 10 in them.
I know. I didn't think so either. It's like maybe not tonight, but yeah, the beam squad killed it today.
And Carly told me that the team looks up to you a lot, but she also mentioned that you look up to the team. Can you speak on that a little bit?
I think this team is just so inspirational. Like, they put so much work into the gym every single day. And so I, look up to them so much for that, and they push me to be the best version of myself every single day in practice.
A lot of the credit, of course, goes to the gymnast, but we have to give you an opportunity to talk about Carly Dockendorf. She's been here for 7 years, first year as head coach. A lot of people didn't know what the transition would be like, but it seems like everything's going well.
Yeah, Carly is such an amazing coach. I honestly couldn't ask for anybody better. The transition from one to another has just been so seamless, and it's been such a fun time here competing this season with her, leading us all the way to the end.
Grace, thank you for your time as always, and it's been so much fun to watch you. By the way, you won the floor, and you also won the beam tonight. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Grace McCallum, an Olympic silver medalist, is Utah goes 198.075 over 198. Only a handful of teams have done that. perfect timing. A month out, let's take it one at a time for Utah, just what they wanted tonight. We talked about the 198 2 hours ago, and now they have it.
Now they have it, which is a perfect way for them to get into championship season with Pac-12, with Pac-12 coming up, and they're on the right track. They're getting better every meet and been very consistent with their scores.
And for Stanford, they hit 196.6 plus again. That's 4 meets in a row now for them. That's going to do it for us. For Alan Brum, your producer, Tim Lay, your director, and Janae Honest, my partner, Julia Gutke, our statistician. I'm Jim Watson saying so long from the Huntsman Center, where every time we come here, it's special.